New Jersey.
And I will connect your call that
All right.
way.
Sorry, New Jersey. I'm switching over to Florida. Florida, you're on.
Hey, what's up, Zach?
What's up? Oh, it sounds like Jonathan. What's up, Jonathan?
Hey, not much, man. I got the hell up out of California, man. I'm in Alabama.
Okay.
So yeah, I got out. As soon as I got out, like literally, like a few hours later, that's when they did the shutdown.
Well, that's good you got out of there.
Yeah, and remember the governor said that 56% of people in California are going to get coronavirus.
Huh? Yeah, that's right. That they threw out that 56% figure exactly.
Yeah. I got another 56. I got it. Okay, now can you go on YouTube and I want you to pull up the cell therapy video.
Pull up what?
Cell therapy by Goodie Mob.
Oh yeah, cell therapy. Yeah, I'm very aware of this music video.
Yeah. Hey, this is crazy. I mean, like, you know, like, okay, like this song is like I mean, I knew about the song when it came out, obviously, but this is one of the first songs to talk about the Illuminati. Like Prodigy, he was credited as the first one to say the word Illuminati. That was back in him as well as Onyx, back in '95. Prodigy, he used the word Illuminati on the song called by Jay. And Onyx, they also use the word too. But this right here, there's so much predictive programming in this video, in this Goodie Mob video.
I agree. I've been talking about it a lot recently, this music video. I've been telling everybody they should watch it because, yeah, again.
I know you've been talking about it a lot, but if you put it at the 56-second mark, you'll see people outside the window with masks on. You know how everybody's wearing a mask now? It's right at the 56-second mark. You're going to see people with masks on. It's crazy.
Hold on.
It's crazy. You got to stop it right at the 56-second mark.
Well, it looks like... Hold on. I'm trying to see. Yeah, it is still on that on 56-second. Yeah, just like when you go to the grocery store now, this is how people look. So...
Exactly. And they were talking about that back in 95 when that came out. Now, look, check this out. Now, the word thug equals 56, too, okay? The word thug.
Okay.
Now, Slim Thug, who is this big fucking phony...
In Houston, right?
He was getting paid to tell people that he has coronavirus. He came out with the album Friday, and the name of the album's called Thug Life.
Huh.
Like, you know, like where Tupac started.
Sure.
So that's another 56, the word thug. And then right at 56 seconds in that video, in that Goodie Mob video, you see him with the mask on.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
And now, Scarface, now out of all the rappers, out of all time, nobody raps more about death than Scarface, Tupac, and Biggie. Like in the history of hip hop. Scarface tried to commit suicide several times as a kid. You know, according to his book, you know, that I read. It's called The Diary of a Madman. So a lot of his songs dealt with death and tragedy and suicide, you know, and who's the perfect person to say that has coronavirus? You know what I mean? And what's so crazy about it is that they're both from the same city.
Well, and then the stories were 2 days apart because the Slim Thug from Houston, he came out with coronavirus the same day Houston went into lockdown, and then Scarface was 2 days later on March 26, 26/3, like 263, the 56th prime, and Scarface equals 56, like coronavirus. So just perfect rituals. And the day that Slim Thug came out, there was a whole bunch to it, but I remember that was a date with 31 Numerology and Houston's 31, the same day they went into lockdown. So again, I mean, that's where that date numerology factors into the gematria decodes.
Right, and that's another 56. Scarface is 56.
Yeah.
You know, so, yeah, I was, I've been trying to call in, but it's just you've been crazy busy lately. I noticed, like you can't even get through the regular line anymore. Like on the Wednesday night show.
Well,
That's
so many
good,
people
though.
are
That's
calling
good.
in
More
now.
people finding out about this.
Well, the Kobe Bryant thing really woke a lot of people up to this, so yeah, that's the good news is more and more people are figuring it out, but we got to get way more people to figure it out. So I know I've been saying we need to start doing a radio show more than just one night a week because so many people are calling in.
Yeah, let me tell. I'll co-host with you, man. You know I'm down to ride with you.
All right, I
Listen,
appreciate that.
I want to talk. Let me tell you about this song real quick. Now, this song came out in '95, and this is what it's saying. These are just some of the lyrics. He said, "Ain't in this new world order. Them experimenting in Atlanta, Georgia."
Which is, well, let's also think about that. Atlanta, Georgia.
Ain't knocking or asking.
Atlanta, Georgia. That's where the Center for Disease Control and Prevention is, which happens to equal 201, like Event 201 that simulated all this. Yeah, I know, man. That's why I've been saying people need to listen to this.
Literally, you're right. This is the most relevant song, and I'm thinking that they must have had help with some of these lyrics because this is the most relevant song of all time that predicts exactly what's going on. You can go through it word by word. Like listen to this. He says, what's the other part? Hold on. Right here, he says, later on in the future, look it up where they say it. Ain't no more Constitution. Ain't no more Constitution. That's exactly what's going on right now. Then he says, this should be my least worries. Got to deal with where my W-2s and 1099s. And what's going on right now? People are worried about where the W-2s are at and where the 1099s are at because we're coming up on the, it's tax time. So he's talking about, I'm worried about my W-2s and 1099s. This should be the least of my worries, right? And then, what else? Oh, you know what else they're trying to do? Make a curfew especially for me and you. The traces of the new world order.
Right.
Time is getting shorter. If we don't get prepared, people, it's going to be a slaughter.
That's the part that people really need to listen to.
Now, now check out the next line.
Well, hold on, no, don't go ahead yet, because that's the part. That's the part people really need to look at, because they're out of they're talking about Atlanta, Georgia, the Georgia Guidestones. That's why this song is so worrisome, because it's like, okay, so.
Right. I didn't even put that together. I know about the Georgia Guidestones, but I didn't even put that together with the fact that they're from Atlanta.
Right.
Now look at the next line. This is very important. Okay, my mind won't allow me to not be curious. My folks don't understand, so they don't take it serious. It's just like when I try to talk to my folks about gematria, they don't take it serious. It's like the same. It's the same thing. You try to explain gematria to these people, and they don't take it serious.
They're too comfortable, man. That's the whole thing, man. People are too comfortable right now. They don't see what's coming. And that's what I've been explaining this whole time I've been here. I've been saying, man, the people who did 9/11, that was one building. Wait until they do it to a whole nation. And, yeah, man, I mean, it's all written in stone, literally, in Elberton, Georgia. So Alberton's 44, Georgia's 44. The Guidestones are 19 feet 3 inches tall. 193 is the 44th prime. Genocide's 44. Those Guidestones talk about getting rid of over 90% of the world's population. I mean, it remains to be seen if we'll ever live to see that day. But if the New World Order gang isn't overthrown, we might live to see that day. And that's why people need to wake up. Because just like this song says. That's why I've been telling everybody to go listen to this song and watch the music video, because the music video is giving you all sorts of stuff too if you just pay attention to the visuals, like the thing you caught with the mask. But yeah, there's no way they wrote this song. This song was handed down to them by the...
Yeah, it's too much. Yeah, there's no way they wrote this song. You're right. I mean, look at this part right here. This the part right here. This is probably like the most important part of the song, probably. Or there are lots of parts. But look at this. Look what he says right here. He says, he says, after I lost my best friend Bean, like Kobe Bean Bryant. So Bean, after I lost my best friend Bean, I'm recognized as a king. So he said he lost Kobe as a tribute to the king, LeBron, right?
Well, and then also think about this whole thing right now. It's the coronavirus. Corona means crown, like the royal, like the elite. You know, Jesus is the King of Kings, and they're about to make it so people can't even go to church on Easter. There's just like so much stuff going on right now that people need to recognize. But yeah, that's a good catch. I hadn't even thought about that in the lyrics. That's a good one.
Yeah, I lost my best friend Bean. I recognize that as a king. And then he says, I wonder if the gate was put up to keep crime out or to keep our ass in.
Well, look at what he says 2 lines after that. Because he says, now you're open to disease and colds.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, that was the next thing. Now you're open to this shit and ain't 16 years old because now there's teenagers supposedly dying of this.
Lock up folks in the hood. Just a couple lines later, it's just like that's why I've been telling people in recent weeks to go look at this song, because I was just like looking at this. I was like, okay, this song has never been more relevant. This might be the most relevant song ever written. So
it is. And then in the video, they go into the corner store and then they're just like buying chips and soda or whatever, and then they're paying with the computer chip that's in their hand. It's like a scanner. And then it reads your fist, and that's how you pay for stuff. It's a scanner that's inside your body.
right, because that's what it gets to in the end. To enforce the new system by rain, tag my skin with your computer chip, run your hand over the scanner to buy your dish now. So again, that's the mark.
Yeah,
That's
no
the
more fishing for your fish. Right, you can't even go. You can't go outside no more, so you can't even go fishing. You know.
Mm-hmm. Kiss the days of the old days, past ways gone. So, yeah. Mind blowing.
I mean, and I remember when this song came out in '95. This song was like a big, huge smash. And then what's crazy about it is that MTV banned it. So I'm thinking, okay, wait. They got help, right? And now I'm thinking about this all these years later, right? And I knew they were right back then, though. But it's like, okay, well, if they got help writing this song, why would MTV ban it? You know, it's just like, that's weird, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, back then, MTV banned it because it was just too far ahead of its time or whatever. Or it was too controversial.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. People really got to read these lyrics and watch the music video and just pay attention, because just like it said then, listen to me now, believe me later on. So here we are. It's later on. It's 25 years later. And speaking of 25, I wanted to make this point earlier. Check out this movie In Time. I'm just talking to everybody here. In Time. The premise of the movie is that once you turn 25 years old, a timer shows up in your forearm. It's the future. And you start out with like 50 hours. And if you ever run out of time, you die. You pay for things. There's no currency in the world. It's just time. You pay for everything with time. You work for time. And you learn in the movie that there's a super rich class that on their arm, they have like thousands of years time. They're all good. But all the poor people, they're just like, most of them don't even have a full day's time on. So they're just always trying to hustle to stay ahead. And, but anyway, the movie starts in Dayton, Ohio. And the premise is that when you turn 25, that's when your time starts. Again, time equals 25. Dayton equals 25. Death equals 25. That's when you can die, when you turn 25, because that's when you can run out of time. If you pay attention to this movie, and I'm not ruining the movie by telling you this one thing, but if you watch the movie, because it happens right in the beginning, the main character, that's everything in the movie. You don't age once you turn 25. You just stay 25 forever. So if you live 1,000 years past 25, you still look like you're 25. But his mom is 50. He's like 26 years old or something. At the end, at the very beginning of the movie, you see his mom die, and it sets up the entire story. But she's looking down at her time as her time's running out, because she's just like seconds away from what she needs to do to get more time, but she doesn't quite make it. But they show her look down, and she looks down, and she has like, I think it shows like first she has 21 seconds, and then it shows again, and she's like at 9.3 seconds. But it does that back to back when it shows the time, 21 and 9.3. And those are the Saturn numbers. Saturn's 93 and 21, and Saturn's the keeper of time, connected to death and judgment. So the last 2 times you see her time, you see those exact numbers, the Saturn numbers right before she dies. And the movie's just full of it. There's a part in the movie where somebody's trading their diamond earrings to get some more time, and then it shows their time on their arm. They're down to 58 seconds. Like, that's what the high cut of a diamond is, 58 facets. the movie's just full of all sorts of stuff. But again, it's just a good example of seeing, and you can do this really with every movie, but that movie, there's just so many different things they do in there where you're just like, wow, look at the way the gematria tells you the story and why these numbers were chosen for this movie. So, and again, I'm just bringing up 25 because that song came out 25 years ago. And now it's 2020. Time is 20 and 25. Death is 20 and 25. That's what that song's about. The future, a bad time. Listen to me now, believe me later on. So,
Yeah, that's amazing. You said that movie's called In Time?
yeah, in time. It actually, Justin Timberlake's the main star in the movie, but the movie's worth
I'm gonna
watching.
check it out.
So,
And you know what's another 93 extinction level event?
the Busta Rhymes album, Woo Ha, got you all in check.
Yeah. You know, he was predicting he had a lot of predictive programming too with all the names of his albums. When disaster strikes, extinction level event. Just by the names, like you could tell he wasn't naming his albums.
Right. Yeah. All right, Jonathan. Jonathan, I got to get off here in 3 minutes, so I'm going to open up the phone for one last call in case we got a new person with a question.
Okay.
But you got my number, man. Hit me up. But yeah, I mean, we gotta get our people to wake up right now because I think we might have gotten too far along in this ongoing tyranny show. So
yeah, I agree. I'm down to do something. I wanna work Skype a little bit, but I'm willing to travel to come to you to meet. I'm willing because I'm here in Montgomery, so I'm trying to stay close to my daughter. But I can at the same time I'm willing to work and go wherever. You know, go to Washington if I need to go to Washington. But really, I want to work mostly Skype. But I'm flexible. You know, I don't want to have to be tied up to no other job. Like if we go meet in New York, we'll do that. You know, we'll talk about it though.
all right, appreciate it, Jonathan. All right, take care, man.
All right.